What's up, everyone? Another episode. Just kidding. Miss you all. Listen, man, today I just, I was studying and so many things coming up to my mind. In the past I have posted a video about, basically higher protein is not the best for you. Well, guess what? So many people attacked me and so many people were against me because I'm talking about too much animal protein. Could be the cause of, what I went through as far as cancer and everything. And you know what? It's easy for somebody to argue with you than you being in that position, that you suffering. You're really the one, missing your parents and your brothers and sisters being around you and stuff, especially because they're all overseas and they couldn't come and see me. And I try to hide it from my parents because they're older and I don't want to hurt their feelings and stuff. Make the story short, I'm the one really went through this suffering. So you know what? I'm here, man, to pay it forward. And that's one of the reasons I'm finishing my doctorate degree. Not because I need more money or anything, as you all know, I'm already very successful in nutrition wise, but I really want to pay it forward more and more. And, basically I'm here to tell you, listen, man, there is a lot more, to life than rice and chicken and beef and potato and all that. You guys, these guys attacking me about high protein. Oh, there's studies so and so. But, meanwhile, right now, I'm looking at studies. They're following people for 25 years, not 2 years, not 1 year, not 6 months. Long study. And it's really all showing that higher, animal protein is a really cause of many, many problems, including cancer. Okay. And as we all know, a lot of guys, contact me. Hey, coach, I need to do more. What do you think about IGF? You guys, you don't want your IGF to be high. I understand if you're a bodybuilder, you're young, but there's life after bodybuilding. I said it and I keep saying it again and over and over. There is life after bodybuilding. There's life beside bodybuilding. So please be careful. Making your IGF higher, your insulin growth factor, it's really not necessarily the best thing for you. Yeah, it might be good for you to grow some muscles and stuff, but that means you're looking for trouble. This is how people, how they say it, this is how people start manifesting, believe it or not, the cancer cells and many diseases and stuff. So you gotta be very careful, man. You have to make your diet colorful. And what I mean by colorful, listen, don't just focus on eating rice and chicken or, like I said, beef and potato and rice and chicken. There's many other things. Include fruit, include a lot of vegetables. There's so many little things, man. Like for an example, just 10 grams, and I'm not talking, this is as big as this much. 10 grams of mushroom, for an example, it's an amazing thing can do to your body, from protecting you from many, cancerous, and because due to the fact that, it's an anti-aromatase. So what does that mean? That, your wife, your sister, your mother, tell them, include some of it. It's amazing there. Flaxseed, and I'm not talking about flaxseed oil. I'm talking about the seed itself. Literally all what you need, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon a day. It works amazingly to lower your cancer, cell. So there's so many little things, that people want to argue with me. And they want to, be all smart and everybody have a doctorate and PhD. They're going to come and say, oh, you're so wrong. You're so, why? What are you base your stuff on? Because there is a study, so-and-so said it for a couple of years or whatever. Well, you know what? Let's look at it this way. I'm talking from cancer point of view, United States, actually, believe it or not, we're number 9 or 10, in cancer. If you look at the Scandinavian, country, they're number 1 because of their consumption of a lot of milk product and a lot of beef and stuff. And this is all due to the raise of IGF. So honestly, man, I really, I think, and I'm talking from a longevity point of view. I'm not talking about just being big and bodybuilder. I'm talking if somebody want to live longer, what do you need to do? You need to really limit your protein intake to maybe, I'm talking about, animal protein intake, okay? Probably 10 to 15%, no more than that. Trust me, you guys, you really don't need more than that, okay? Eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of good carbohydrate, you know what I mean? And a lot of beans, a lot of seeds. I mean, the seeds, man, they're just amazing. People don't understand how important the seeds. And I'm not talking, that's why I said have the seed. Like instead of like people ask me walnut oil, no, have the walnut. You know how much, like when you eat the walnut or the almonds, and you know how much really can do you good in there. Anyway, so basically, I don't want to sit down here or talk too much, man. I'm trying to help people as much as I can. And there's three things, people, they keep arguing with me about. Listen, if you're too fat, we all know fat produces estrogen. Estrogen produces cancer or many other diseases. So you really don't want to be fat. As a matter of fact, now there's so many cool, long study showing that, the people that fast, believe it or not, because, like we used to worry as a bodybuilder, oh man, I don't want to go on catabolic and lose my muscle. But, believe it or not, when you fast and you go on catabolic after, like, especially after you get done with your show or whatever, it's very good to fast, man. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to do you good, because you must remember, the lower the IGF level in your system, the better your body is going to be able to fight many, diseases, including, cancer. Okay. So one thing like anybody in the world will agree on, with me, high processed GI, high GI sugar or whatever, and processed carbohydrate can cause problem from anything, blood pressure, heart problem, and cancer. So there is no controversial on this. You can go study, as many as you want and look at many studies you want, whatever you want. And the second thing is, listen, we're not eating produce, especially American, 50%, some percent of the American, they don't eat enough produce, except maybe potato and ketchup, which is the wrong thing, as some doctor I was listening to. But it's so true, so, we need to eat a lot of produce, man. The more you eat vegetables, all the greens and the beans, man, the beans, it's amazing. You guys don't understand. Like a lot of people tell me, well, the beans don't have a lot of protein in it or whatever. Yes, it does. Because remember, the carb that in the beans, your body's going to get rid of it, So it's really, you're still having high protein, but the good thing is about the vegetables and the protein from the beans and lentil and all that stuff, it doesn't raise your IGF level too much. Actually, it doesn't increase it. So it's really good. So this is no controversial there, no controversy that people are going to tell me, well, you're wrong, because many people, many nutritionists in the world agree that those two things are very important. And the third thing that a lot of people might not like, you know what I mean? And if somebody comes and tells me, well, study so and so and so, you know what? It means nothing if you have one or two study or three studies, because I can show you thousands of studies. I don't want to say million, thousands of studies show if you limit your animal protein, you are to live longer. They did the study on 6,000 people, 65,000 people, and for 25 years.